She said it like a joke right there between the half-eaten cheesecake and her new husband's smug smile. I wish you were never born, everyone laughed. The kind of laughter that fills silence but means nothing, except me. I put my fork down slowly. My fingers didn't tremble, though my heart raced. I smiled. It was the last time I ever smiled in that house. When I was 10, my mother told me I was her miracle. "You saved me," she said, crying into my hair the night my father left. Back then, I believed her. I believed everything she said, that love could fix people, that family meant loyalty. Then he arrived, Richard, her fresh start. He was polished, a man with a perfect watch and a rehearsed laugh. He looked at me like I was a stain on his shirt. I noticed she didn't. He started small, comments, limits, walls. "You should move out, son. Make your own life," she echoed him. "You're grown now. Don't rely on me forever." By the time I turned 20, my room was gone, converted into his office. My things boxed up, taped over like memories that didn't fit their new decor. Still, I visited every Sunday. I brought flowers. I pretended because pretending was my weapon long before I used it. The discovery came by accident, a call from my late father's lawyer, confusion about a transfer. Apparently, the life insurance my father left for me had been quietly redirected 3 years ago to her, to Richard. Every paper had my forged signature. That's when I stopped being her son and started being something else. I didn't scream. I didn't confront her. I let her think I was still naive, still that grateful boy clinging to her love. I began collecting emails, bank transfers, witnesses. Richard was careless. He flirted with the neighbor, bragged about managing the family money. One drunken night at a charity dinner, he told someone he'd set the kid up, meaning me. I hired someone to record it. Over the next 6 months, I built a quiet empire, not of power, but of proof. Every lie, every theft, every secret, and then the final move. I didn't go to the police, not yet. That would have been mercy. I wanted him to rot in silence first, to watch everything he built turn to dust while he was still smiling. I started small, his investment firm. I knew where the cracks were. I leaked confidential data anonymously to clients. A week later, investors pulled out. Then came the whispers, embezzlement, fraud, tax irregularities. His partners turned on him, his accounts froze, and my mother, the loyal wife, was left clutching a sinking ship. She called me then, voice shaking, crying the same way she did when I was 10. "Please, can you help us?" I said I would come by for dinner. That's the night of the dessert, the cheesecake, the laughter. I sat across from her, watching her pretend everything was fine. Watching him force small talk, his hands trembling slightly when he reached for his glass. He knew something was coming. He just didn't know it was me. When she made that joke, "I wish you were never born," I realized fate had a cruel sense of humor, because that's exactly what she had done. She killed me years ago. The son she raised was long gone. So I smiled and said my one line. "Don't worry, Mom. You won't have to see me again. Not after tonight." The room fell silent. Then I slid the folder across the table. Thick, brown, unassuming. Richard's face drained of color before he even opened it. Inside, proof of every fraud, every forged signature, every account under her name. "I sent copies to your board," I said quietly, "and the IRS." He looked at me like I had stabbed him. Maybe I had. Mom's hand flew to her mouth. "What did you do?" I leaned back. "You took everything Dad left from me. You let him steal it. You told me to move on, remember?" So I did. Richard stood, shouting nonsense, denial, threats, panic. She tried to calm him, but the knock on the door interrupted them. Federal agents right on time. They let him out in handcuffs, face pale and sweat-drenched. He turned once, meeting my eyes. He finally knew. He found out who took his place. I sat there for a moment, watching her cry. No sympathy left in me. She wasn't my mother anymore. Just a woman who traded her son for comfort and lost both. I placed the old family photo on the table, the one from before him, before the lies. "I wish you were never born," she had said. Now she was the one left childless. I walked out without looking back. Outside, the air was cold, sharp, like freedom. For the first time in years, I didn't feel invisible. I didn't feel unwanted. I felt alive. And justice, quiet, perfect justice, finally had a face. Mine. My mom said it over dessert. I wish you were never born.